Philip Warren stood by the office glass window waiting for Kathy to subside. After a while, when silence seems to cast the air, he spoke, his eyes still on the outside view.
I will have you as my personal maid. Your work hours depend on my time. My time begins from the time I wake up. You will not take your rest at night until I return from my work, or, if I said so, you are responsible for managing my daily outfit unless my preference is far from yours. You are to handle my meals and maintain my bedroom and study room. If something gets lost in either of the rooms, I hold you responsible. You won't like it if this happens.
Catherine faced him and said, I may be poor, but I am not interested to things that are not mine. I give you my word. Philip looked into her eyes and replied sternly, That can be seen. And back to what I was saying, you are not allowed to go out of this villa without my permission and consent. You are not allowed to communicate with your mother or to anyone outside this villa.
Do I make myself clear? You are free to move around this entire estate. My security detail is all around 24/7. And by the way, no need to wear the maid's uniform. You can dress up as you are. You will not receive a salary, but I can provide you an allowance. And lastly, drop the honorifics. Call me by my name, Philip. I also hold you responsible to waking me up. I must rise up at 6 a.m.
Catherine couldn't say a word, although she felt a little awkward in her duty to waking him up. Sir, what if... Philip got irritated, and with furrowed brows he repeated her words, What if? No, what if? All I expect from you is obedience. Am I clear? Kathy couldn't sleep that night. She pitied herself feeling so down. She couldn't imagine, not even in her wildest dream, that she could easily be disposed of by his own father, having sold her for money. She was willing to set aside her college dream and find a job, even 3 jobs, to help out. But no, her father found an easy way to solve his problem, by selling his daughter like a commodity. The following morning, the sun was up, spreading its sunlight all over the Warren estate. Kathy woke up and showered quickly. She couldn't be late in waking her master, or she could be scolded. She went inside his bedroom and felt uneasy. How could one wake up a prince? She laughed at herself. She crept carefully as she opened the door. Philip was in deep slumber, his back facing the door, so she came near by his bedside to wake him. She stopped hesitantly, not knowing how to wake him. Will she shake him, or will she whisper? She came closer, and as she was about to bend, she was awed how handsome he was at close-up, even in his sleep, even sensing his musky scent. Kathy's face was that close to his face when suddenly Philip's eyes opened. Both were startled, that Kathy quickly stepped back while Philip rose, his eyes glued at her. What do you think are you doing? You seem to kiss me, was I right? He stood from his bed and walked closer. Is that how attractive I am that you would want to kiss me? Philip smiled amusingly. No, of course not. I was about to shake you when you suddenly opened your eyes. Then he said, Oh, come on, here is my cheek. I'm giving you the opportunity. Kathy turned away humiliated and said defensively, In your dreams, you're so arrogant and rude, sir. And tears started to well up in her eyes. Just because I was sold to you, I wouldn't let myself be treated this low. I will serve my duties, but I will never let you treat me as your slave. Then walked away quickly with her chin up.
No, you're not going anywhere. Have I told you to leave? Hear this, I usually take my shower first, prepare my today's outfit, then my breakfast. He went to the bathroom, leaving Kathy without an apology. Then Philip's phone rang. Philip, who heard his phone ringing nonstop, yelled and ordered Kathy to answer it, for it may be important then. Take the message.
Kathy took the call, and person at the other receiver was stunned. Who are you, and why do you have Philip's phone? Kathy felt bothered, then replied, I am Kathy, and Philip's taking a shower. May I know who's calling? The caller was irritated and said, Why are you in Philip's bedroom, and why do you have his phone? Will you give the phone to my fiancé? It's him I would like to talk to. But he is taking a shower right now, miss, replied Kathy. Philip overheard their conversation that he quickly took the phone and asked, What made you call this early, Patricia? Why the high pitch of your voice? I want to know, why is there a woman in your bedroom? Philip replied annoyingly, So what with you? Am I answerable to everything I do? Why are you calling, by the way? Patricia told him that they are going to the cathedral for the wedding. Oh, the wedding! It almost slipped my mind. Catherine was shocked. He's getting married? Philip told Kathy to bring out his white tuxedo and preferred a blue tie with it. And as Kathy was laying his suit on the bed, here comes Patricia rushing, and with anger and jealousy, she pulled Kathy's hair with great force, much to the shock of Philip. Why are you doing this to me, Philip? You've brought another girl here and look at her, she's a bumpkin and looks naive. Though Patricia couldn't deny Kathy was beautiful, and jealousy stepped in. Philip angrily replied, So what? She's my personal maid, that's all. What right do you have to meddle with my privacy? You're getting offhand, my darling. If you want us to go further, mind your own business, am I clear? Patricia went outside to breathe, and as she stood there, she saw Cliff, one of Philip's security detail, who was once a high school classmate. She asked, Do you know this, Kathy? And how long had she been here? Cliff quickly replied, I just saw her only yesterday. Why ask? Patricia said she doesn't feel comfortable about this personal maid thing, and after a momentary pause, she said bluntly, I don't want her here. What if we marry? Will she still be Philip's maid? I don't want to see her last long in this villa. I want her out. Help me get rid of her, Cliff. You owe me. Cliff stared at her longer, then said, I'll think about it. The following morning, Kathy woke up early, same as yesterday, and had quick shower. She went to bed early last night, not waiting for Philip, for he got married and maybe will be away for a few days for the honeymoon. She was planning to do something different today, and as she came down towards the dining area, Martina asked her if she would prepare Master Philip's breakfast already. Kathy was very much surprised that she panicked. Oh, my lord! He was here? She quickly ran off upstairs, failing to hear what Martina has to say. She hastily opened the door and was about to come closer to Philip's bedside, but was shocked.